Namaste everyone. Welcome to your Yin Yoga class. My name is Sana and I will be guiding you through this short Yin restorative class. This class would be perfect to do during your inner fall or inner winter season, but you could also do it at the end of a hectic day just to wind down and relax. In this class today, we will need 2 yoga blocks and a bolster. You can also use yoga blankets if you have them. I would encourage you to also grab any essential oils that you want to use for this class or any crystals that you want handy around you and to magnify their energy during this practice. I am using a blend of lavender, spikenard, and helichrysum. It's one of my favorite blends, and I am using a golden Gila crystal today, which is a crystal that helps to balance out all of your chakras. So before we get started and before we get into our yin poses, we are going to take the essential oil blend and I'm going to rub it on my wrists and the back of my ears. You can also put it on your chest so that when you take deep inhales, you can breathe it in, you can smell it and activate your sense of smell. Before we get started, let's take a few deep breaths together. In through your nose, filling up your belly with air, and out through your mouth, HA. At this time, I encourage you to grab your crystal if you have grabbed any for your practice. And we'll do that breath 2 more times. HA. Inhale through your nose, fill your lungs up with air. HA. Slowly open your eyes. You can place your crystal near you, and we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to do 3 poses today, and we're going to hold each pose for 5 minutes. I'm only going to cue you during while we get into the pose, and I'm going to be silent for those 5 minutes while you're holding the pose, and as soon as we're done with 5 minutes, I will slowly guide you out of the pose into the next. Yin classes, usually there is not a lot of talking, and it's more about going deep inwards into your feminine energy and accessing that feminine energy inside you. And it is best to do these classes more with silence or some kind of very peaceful music playing in the background. So today I'm going to be playing a singing bowl music while we're in the poses to kind of help you get deeper into your senses. I want to apologize in advance. There is I think they're mowing the lawn outside today, so there might be some disturbance. Hopefully you can't hear it, and hopefully the music from the singing bowl will be loud enough to kind of cut that out in the background, but we will see. All right, the first pose that we're going to do is a wide-legged forward fold. So go ahead and grab your props. We're gonna get into a wide-legged forward fold. So you're going to go ahead and spread your legs out in front of you as far as is comfortable till you can feel your edge, because you're going to be holding this pose for 5 minutes. So make sure you're not pushing yourself too hard or stretching yourself too far, because we don't want to lead to injury either. To get your yoga blocks, you're going to place them like this. I don't know if you can see. So one will be flat, one will be like tilted towards you diagonally, and you can place your yoga bolster on top of it to kind of support it. And then you're going to start folding forward, hinging at your hips, and you're going to lay onto the yoga block. And you can lay your head down sideways to either side. And go ahead and close your eyes. You can have your hands either holding onto the block so that it doesn't slide, because my block is sliding, or you can place your hands on the side like this. Go ahead and close your eyes. You can take deep breaths during this time. Go ahead and gently open your eyes now. And slowly lift yourself out of the pose. Moving the props to the side. You're going to slowly want to bring your legs close to each other. The next pose that we're going to go into is butterfly pose, and we're going to use a yoga block. I usually place my yoga block at its highest height, and I will bend forward and touch my head onto the yoga block. If this is too low for you or this is too high for you, you can adjust the height of your yoga block. You could add another one if that is too low for you, and hold it here like this. Remember, these poses are just to relax and hold the pose till where you feel a stretch, but you don't want to go too deep into it or overstretch your muscles. So bringing our heels together, bringing them as close to our groin as possible, we are going to use our yoga block and we're going to get into our pose. So having your head on the yoga block, go ahead and close your eyes. Make sure you're hinging from the hips. And we're going to be here for 5 minutes. Go ahead and gently open your eyes and slowly raise yourself out of the pose. Take a deep inhale in through your nose, out through your mouth. HA. Notice how you feel right now. And if you need to stretch out your legs and kind of shake them a little bit, feel free to do that. Our next pose after the 2 forward folds is going to be a heart opener, which is going to open up the chest and it'll be in the opposite direction of a forward fold. So for this pose, you're going to place the bolster on the top of your mat in line with your spine, right over here. Get your 2 yoga blocks on the side of you with our feet touching each other. You can also have your feet or your legs straightened out in front of you, but this pose is a hip and heart opener at the same time. So I would encourage you to bring your heels together, kind of sitting in like the last pose in butterfly. You can place the yoga blocks under your knees to kind of support them and slowly lay back onto the bolster. You might hear a few pops in your spine. Go ahead and lay your hands to your sides, opening up your chest. Adjust the yoga blocks under your knees as you want. And if you do have a yoga, I think it's called a yoga pillow or an eye pillow, you can place it on your eyes right now. We're gonna stay in this pose for 5 minutes. So go ahead and close your eyes. Gently open your eyes. If you have an eye pillow, you can take it off from over your eyes right now. If you want to stay in this pose longer, since this is our last pose, you're welcome to stay here. But if you're ready to end the class with me, we're gonna go ahead and get out of this pose. And to come out of this pose, we're first gonna take off the yoga blocks from under our knees. Bring our knees close to each other. Get our feet hip width apart. And you're going to turn to either your left or right side and lift yourself out of the pose. I hope you all are feeling as relaxed and as amazing as I am right now. I think I'm ready for bed. Observe and notice the shift in energy that you feel from the time you started this class to the end of this class. Come back to this class anytime you feel like you just need to slow down, connect with yourself. After a long, tiring day, or during your inner seasons that require you to slow down and reset your energy. I hope you enjoyed this class. Until next time, namaste.